What kind of questions came up in the interviews, folks? Any ones you remember, or any ones that kind of caught you out? Did they do the classic, what's your weakness? And it's like, I work too hard, I'm too creative. Or is it just too much of a panic and shock you don't remember any of them? Sorry, I know it wasn't in the questions I sent you, so I've blindsided you all.
I actually can't remember the questions, but I'm pretty sure there was no questions that were like made to catch you out. Like, I think it was more like who are you and how do you approach sound design and that kind of thing. I think that's something I didn't know how to do at the beginning, actually, of the process, was being able to talk confidently about game audio. And I think that's a really important skill. And throughout the interview processes, I got better and better in like analyzing game audio, and you get better at that.
Yeah, one of the interview questions Adele Cutting, my boss, asked me was just tell me about some game audio that you really love, or like a game you think sounds great. And there's no correct answer, obviously, but it's kind of, if you can show that you can talk passionately about the topic you're supposed to be applying for a job to do, then that's great, isn't it? Because you can just shows you can talk about things, you're analytical, you can, see what's good, you've got taste, you've got preferences, so I think that's a nice thing to do. It's obviously very scary to do in an interview process where you're terrified of saying the wrong thing. You're thinking, should I name the game they worked on, or is that too? But that makes sense. Okay, so then, everybody, for the people in the crowd, in the audience now who are maybe applying for junior positions or going to start applying, what do you think the most useful skills they can like practice or develop are? Eli, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think that just I don't know, I think it's a difficult question. There's so much that you feel like you should be on top of, but I think if you should know what you're applying for and like tailor your application to that. So like if you're working for a AAA company, make like a AAA reel, and indie, vice versa. But I think it doesn't hurt to have some experience with an engine or a project of any kind, even if it's like a game jam or something. I think anything sort of puts you in better stead. And yeah, I think just having people skills helps a lot as well, because it's such a collaborative industry. It leaves you in a better place if you know how to talk to people well. Yeah,
of course. Katie, what do you think? What would you recommend someone start practicing?
Oh, I don't know about practice. I've kind of just thought like just coming across as eager and keen to learn, I think are the best qualities that I would, if I were hiring for whatever reason, that's qualities I would look for. But yeah, just to double back on what Eli said, like definitely some work in engine. That's where I found my weaknesses to be when I started. And just being able to, again, like kind of sell yourself, be confident and be able to communicate effectively about game audio. Yeah, those are mostly weaknesses I saw in myself when I started, but yeah, absolutely, definitely useful skills to have.